help it that you popping and they stopping. You can't help it that you packing and they lacking. You can't help it that you great and they late. You happy and they crappy. Ain't got nothing to do with you. That's a damn problem. That's a damn problem. That's a damn problem. Ain't got nothing to do with you. That's a damn problem. That's a damn problem. That's a damn problem. Ain't got nothing to do with you. That's a damn problem. Love you, bye.
Welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a minute. I've been working on some stuff, getting some stuff together and all that. So yeah. But we about to get back on top of the content and stuff like that. Excuse the noises in the background. I'm like close to this window and whatever. I gotta listen for the children and whatnot. So anyways, without further ado, we are about to get into this video by The Truth Is, and this is John Gabbana. If you can remember, or if you paid attention to like social media some years ago, there was a dude named Boonk Gang, and what he did was like snatch off on people, like I say just different products and stuff. The one that I remember was he went to a mall and snatched a watch. He asked to see a watch and then ran off on it or whatever. Ran off on the people. But yeah, so this is him as John Gabbana, not Boonk Gang no more. So you can see what he's talking about. We're not going to watch the whole video, but as always, I will link the original in the description. So, thank y'all for tuning in. Welcome to those of you who are new. Thank you to the new subscribers, old subscribers, and everybody that shows love. So let's get into this.
But before we begin, I just wanted to remind you guys that if you would like to further support the channel, join the Truth Movement. I have launched the Truth Movement on YouTube because I am trying to raise enough money to get Truth Records off the ground and releasing music this year. On this channel, we often talk about the problem the music industry is causing. Now I would like to try my best to offer a solution by pushing positive music through Truth Records. The same way they use music to destroy our people, we will use it to save our people. So if you would like to further support the channel and get some cool perks along with it, join the Truth Movement by hitting...
I definitely will say go ahead and do that. Like I said, the link to this video will be in my description. Definitely hop onto that because it's enough with the dumb stuff going on in the music game right now. So definitely go support that.
The join button below. Thank you all. Now let's get right into it. In our current world, fame, or as is now known as clout, is highly desired by just about everybody. Nowadays, the possibility of a person becoming famous and being known by the world has improved with platforms like Instagram, YouTube, and especially TikTok. One day to the next, you can go from being a nobody to a viral influencer, partying with celebrities and living the high life. People started realizing that through these platforms, they finally had a way to become famous. They didn't need...
And I know some of y'all might be familiar with the videos that he's showing in the background, but that one particular one of the dude drinking the ocean spray, like he actually got sponsored by them if I'm not mistaken, because that's what he would drink on his way to work. And I don't remember the full story, but he was like skateboarding to work while drinking the cranberry juice. So I mean, it's real. Well, I want to say it's real easy to go viral, but at the same time, sometimes it's really not. But yeah, let's get back into this.
To have any real talent or anything to really offer the world, all they needed to do was go viral, and people were going viral for just about anything. Just about everybody from teenagers to grandparents were chasing clout on social platforms, trying to find their big break. This created a very destructive problem in our society that consumes so many people, called clout chasing. As the years got closer to 2020, we saw clout chasing reach new heights as people were trying to get clout by any means. In 2016, we saw the likes of Danielle Bregoli, or as she was truly known, the Catch Me Outside girl, become an overnight viral sensation. A girl the world chose to make famous just because she publicly disrespected her mom, humiliating them both on national TV for the world to laugh at. Danielle Bregoli somehow capitalized off her virality, turning it into a full-on music career. It was obvious why the record label signed Danielle and turned her into Bad Baby, pushing her music to millions of impressionable young girls. The label capitalized off a troubled child and used her to influence millions of young teenage girls all over America. Danielle represented disobedience and rebellion.
Yeah, because if you could see it now, there's like so many people with her, how can I say this? Qualities, I guess you could say. But that's the thing. It's like it's not everybody that gets to benefit off the clout factor. It's like certain people get to qualify off the clout factor or whatever. Excuse me. And I actually saw the chick Whoa Vicky like trying to give pointers to that some new girl doing something retarded and stuff like that, and I'm just like, see, that's the stuff that y'all make go viral. You feel what I'm saying? Like that's the TikToks that y'all choose to remix, I guess you could say, instead of ignoring them or clicking the I don't want to see this type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's choices, people. It's choices.
Two things which align perfect with the morals pushed by major record labels. We also saw the likes of Whoa Vicky, who went viral for being a white woman pretending to be black. Somehow people found this entertaining enough to make Whoa Vicky relevant for almost 2 years. Right. We also saw the likes of Little Tay, who was no older than 10 years old, flex on just about everybody, going viral out of nowhere. We even saw rappers jumping on this cloud-chasing wave as well, like Kid Boonk, who claimed he was a 25-year-old rapping clone, when in reality, he was a talentless rapper who was in his 30s. Eventually, cloud-chasing reached extreme heights, consuming the minds of many. In 2017, in the midst of all the cloud chasers, we saw one cloud chaser rise to fame who was willing to do just about anything for clout. His name was no other than Boonk Gang. Boonk Gang initially went viral in 2017 for running into a Popeye's chicken, jumping over the counter, grabbing chicken and walking out screaming Boonk Gang. After Boonk Gang posted this video on his social media accounts, he saw viral success and he decided to go all in, repeating the same stunt over and over again in different establishments. People all over the country were obsessed and started running around copying Boonk Gang, hoping to go viral off his recognition. Boonk Gang wanted to be a rapper and tried capitalizing off his newfound fame, but people weren't really interested in his music. Boonk knew, since his music wasn't really taking off, that if he wanted to stay relevant, he needed to keep pushing the envelope on his stunts, making them more and more extreme each time in hopes of keeping people watching. Boonk Gang would eventually get the attention of social media management company, The Lights Global, who assigned Boonk Gang and helped manage his career. The Lights Global...
And see, the thing about it that people are not taking into account, and it seems like nobody is, like, I guess you could say mentoring these people, is the simple fact that once you start doing dumb stuff to get attention, like, people are going to want to continue to see the dumb stuff. Which means in order to stay relevant, you're going to have to think of more dumb stuff to do. You know what I'm saying? Because people not checking for you in this area over here or in that area over there. They're going to be checking for you to do something stupid. You know what I'm saying? To keep going viral. And that's just what it was. Because to be honest with y'all, I didn't know he did music. That's not how I was introduced to him. Like, back then, that's not the videos that I was seeing or hearing about. So yeah, people got to think about that. What do you want to be known for?
Will also sign Little Pump, which is important to know as it shows that this management company is pushing a clear as day agenda. The Lights Global also appears to have been encouraging Boonk Gang's behavior in order to monetize it and make money from it. Boonk Gang's stunts will become more and more risky as time went by, getting himself in trouble on many occasions throughout 2017. Yeah. But by the time 2018 rolled around, Boonk Gang's antics were starting to go too far, and people were also starting to lose interest in him, and this is when Boonk started to truly feel the downside to all the chaos he had been causing. 2018 was the beginning of the end of Boonk Gang, who was starting to become desperate for the clout he once had. In Boonk's mind, being wild and crazy was what got him famous, so he took being wild and crazy to a whole new level. Boonk Gang spent 2018 self-destructing for the world to see. In 2018, we saw Boonk not only get arrested, but lost his Instagram account that he worked so hard to build up. The reason he lost his Instagram account was because he posted videos of him and a...
Hey, this is what I do almost every weekend. Shop in real estate. You're probably not going to start with that.
His Instagram account was because he posted videos of him and a young woman doing something they should only be doing in private. This is also the same year he went on Adam 22's No Jumper podcast, beyond wasted, and eventually passed out live for the world to see. An incident that pretty much showed where Boonk was at in his life at that moment in time. Boonk had reached rock bottom. He had literally become a shell of his former self. He covered his entire face in tattoos and was always strung out. He did anything he can think of to keep people watching. Boonk was starting to realize the fame he craved so much was costing him everything. Just like we saw in the video I did on Denzel Curry, where we spoke about his music video for his song Clout Cobain. Boonk was just a circus act for the world stage named Instagram. The Lights Global was the ringleader of the circus who monetized Boonk's downfall for a cheering crowd. Just like we saw in the Clout Cobain video, Boonk self-destructed in front of his audience, and no one reacted until it was too late. 2019 wasn't any better for Boonk Gang, as he was still dealing with the downside of fame while becoming more and more irrelevant as each day passed. In 2020, it appeared that Boonk had finally faded from relevancy. Just as expected, his story was now over, just like many others who embarked on that same lifestyle. But surprisingly, this wasn't how Boonk's story was about to end. He will shock the world when he made a comeback, but not as Boonk Gang, but as a whole new man, now going by the name of John Gabbana.
So, I just want to touch on something here, because what he did was equivalent to what you sometimes see in, you know, the music and the entertainment industry, period. That's how we'll put it, just entertainment. But instead of, you know, just rebranding yourself completely, people either die for real, or, you know what I'm saying, they die. They die in a way where we don't, like, we, the public, don't get to see them anymore. Feel what I'm saying? I mean, if you know, you know. You feel me? So, but instead of going that route, it seems like he chose to just, you know, take some time, I guess, and come back as a new person, which it would be nice if more of the people that we enjoyed seeing and keeping up with did that instead of just disappearing. But sometimes it's not that easy. And I guess since he wasn't signed to someone big, it was a little easier for him, I guess. I don't know. That's what it kind of seems like. But at the end of the day, like, I'm glad he got himself together for real. Because he was going down, went down a very, what the heck do you call it? He was going down a not good path. I can't even think of the word. Like, it's on the tip of my tongue, but whatever.
No longer go as Boonk. Don't want to be called that name. No, I go by my first name, John. No, John Gabbana. You know, and that's all my social media is John Gabbana.
In 2020, we saw John Gabbana leave Boonk behind and embark on a new life. John was no longer doing ridiculous stunts for clout, nor was he going to be running around strung out, making a fool out of himself. By December of 2020, Boonk once again had surprised the world after posting a video where he is seen repenting for the life he had chosen to live.
I know better than that. I know where I'm still. Well, I'm still standing. Father, I just want to stand in front of you. I bow down in front of you. I want to ask that you forgive me. Humbly speaking, that you forgive me that I lost. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry. I know why I'm still standing here. I know why I made it so far in life. I know even when I fall, even when I fail, I've fallen flat on my face. I know why I was able to get back up and fight through it all. I know why I felt like it was me. It wasn't just me. It was God. God giving me the tools, the signs to even spiritually grow. God helping me survive when I felt like I couldn't. God helping me be strong when I felt like I was weak. God giving me the strength to move forward. I felt like I couldn't. When I was in jail, he first started teaching me about the Bible. And it was a humbling experience. It was real humbling because me learning about the power.
And see, I didn't even see this. Like, before now, I never saw this on social media or whatever. But that just goes to show you, people would rather see you doing things to self-destruct rather than see you doing things good. Especially when you're, doing it on your own. Or with not that big of a known support system. It's like people literally were willing to watch him kill himself, as they do with a lot of people, which is sad. But like I said, I'm glad that he got himself together and turned himself around. Now, is that saying that he's perfect? No, that's not. But that's saying that he decided to make a change in his life. And whether you like him or not, he's doing better. So with that, it's just like, now you don't see him as much. I personally keep up a little bit with him, but not a whole lot, but just enough to know that he's still doing good. I actually saw a video of somebody calling him Boonk Gang, and he dang near went off, because that's not who he is anymore. You feel what I'm saying? Even though that's how he became known, that's not what he wants to be known as, which is very commendable. Very, very commendable.
Jesus and how humble he was with so much power he had really made me humble myself.
And I just want to say this, I know a lot of people probably won't agree with him, turn into God and stuff like that, but at the end of the day, you have to do what keeps you in line with what you see for yourself. You feel what I'm saying? You can't worry about who's watching you. You can't worry about, well, kind of, but whatever. But you have to start thinking about what's best for you. You know what I'm saying? And this is the path that he chose that was best for him. So once again, like I said, it's very commendable, and I definitely applaud him for that.
Knowing how much fame I had, but how I carried myself. It wasn't how Jesus carried himself. It was just evil. All the I had wicked in me. Learning about the stories of Jesus and how humble he was, it really made me humble myself, right?
As you saw for yourself, John had openly confessed his sins, admitting his actions as Boonk Gang were wicked. He genuinely seemed remorseful for his actions. He admitted that he felt touched by God. We saw Boonk's raw emotions, asking God for forgiveness, and openly telling his fans God was the true reason he was still alive and had made it through the hard times he's been through. John then took his commitment to change to a whole new level when he made his way back to Christ. In February 2021, a video of John surfaced where it showed them getting baptized and accepting Jesus as his Lord and Savior.
So, John, what this is, like I said, it's an outward expression of a decision that you've already made on the inside.
He looks happy to live.
Days and past days, it's symbolic of that. You come up, all things are new. You ready? Hold your nose.
If you're a mom with kids under 20 and you don't have life insurance, this message is for you. There is nothing more.
You baptize you right now in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost.
Thank you, Father. Thank you, Father. Thank you, Father.
As you saw for yourself, John was reborn through God, shedding his old life as Boonk. John did what many others who embarked on that lifestyle couldn't do. He owned up for his wrongs and took the necessary steps to improve his life for the better. He made his way to God.
Yeah, because let's be honest, a lot of people that we've seen in the entertainment industry, they don't get the opportunity to like really change. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it's only so much changing they can do before somebody realizes that they're not trying to go down the path of destruction, and they're not trying to lead other people down the path of destruction, and you know that's not acceptable. So for him to be able to do that and not have to deal with, you know, too big of consequences outside of accountability and, you know what I'm saying, whoever was around him or whatever like that, like, that's definitely a huge milestone, because he was going down a terrible path, as do a lot of entertainers. But unlike a lot of the other entertainers, like, he was able to bounce back from that. I don't know why I touch my hair a lot, y'all. Just don't even say nothing about it. But yeah, we're just gonna watch a little bit more of this and then we're gonna wrap it up.
Helped him on his journey. In an interview John did with Adam 22, John appears to thank God and credits God and the birth of his son for giving him the power he needed to be able to make these changes in his life. In that interview with Adam 22, Adam did something that proves what I said about him in the video I made on him.
How are you feeling today, John?
Man, I feel blessed. I feel blessed, anointed. Got that favor of the Lord on me. I feel like a champion already.
Do you feel like you're ushering a new phase in your career by doing a fight like this? Or is this just another day for you?
Nah, I honestly do feel like that God blessed me with with a different opportunity. Just with an opportunity, period, to take me to a new level in my life, so.
Because we've seen the ups and downs in your career over the years. I remember like the first time I interviewed you, still sort of in the middle of just doing all these skits in this whole chapter of your career. And we had a sort of unfortunate podcast appearance. We showed up pretty inebriated at one point. I know you're not super proud of that. How do you feel about how far you've come in terms of having been through so many stages in your career already and you're still young?
Well, good. Honestly, I'm glad all that stuff out there, bro, to be real with you, because it's not about me no more. It's about God, about the kingdom. So it's like, as long as that stuff out there, whoever out there who live in the same way that I used to live, see the transformation of my life, then they know it's possible for them. So, man, that's amazing that it's out.
And I'm glad he said that, because that definitely is something that can help people, for real. Like, to see, it's not oftentimes that you get to see somebody at their lowest and then you know, witness their transformation. So that right there is definitely important for a lot of people who are looking up to him, for a lot of people who may look up to him in the future or whatever. Like, that's definitely a huge thing. And you know, hopefully he stays on this path. I've watched a couple of his videos because he was with Whoa Vicky at one point, so I've seen a couple of their videos together. So, I mean, that is what it is. But yeah, thank y'all for tuning in. We're going to be back with another one. And hopefully you're enjoying whatever part of the day you're watching this in. I'll see y'all in the next one.